Howdy and welcome. I'm back. Thank you all so much for all the well wishes. I really appreciate it, and everything is good. We are back on track. It's just been a crazy month. Let's say that. A couple, actually. So, listen, I had a great question come in before I kind of had that time off there, and I wanted to make sure that I answered this question. The question was, what makes people pass out? All right, so in most cases, it's going to be a connection between this thing, thumpity thump thing going on over your heart and your brain. Okay, so that's usually what's going to happen. Now, I know people are going to come on here and they're going to say, well, wait a minute, virtual reality. There can be anomalies in the brain. There can be issues in the brain. Yes, there absolutely can. I'm just addressing sort of what happens most, okay? And really, it's going to be a connection right here between the old thumpity thump and what I like to call the squash. What I always told my students is, you have to perfuse the squash. You have to keep blood flow going up to the brain. That is the main issue in these sorts of things we're talking about, okay? So let's imagine that this heart is beating way faster than it is right now. So fast, in fact, that the ventricles down here don't have time to fill. Because they don't have time to fill, what they pump out up here from the aorta, well, it's not as much as it was before. And so you get a drop in the amount of pressure going up to the brain, which is called cerebral perfusion pressure. And when that pressure drops, well, then your patient has a tendency to stop. Okay? Now, if you are having this issue, if you are having these frequent pass outs, what should you do? Well, you should go see a doctor. Okay? You should go see a doctor. That's what you need to do. You need to get checked out because it could be a heart issue. There could be other things as well. But we always want to kind of focus in here. What if this heart is thumping a little too slow? What happens then? Well, if it's a little too slow, same problem. You don't get as much blood coming out of that aorta and going up to the brain, and therefore your patient goes from standing to down. Okay. What else? Well, you could have an issue where the heart is beating super fast, especially just the ventricles. That we would call ventricular tachycardia. Also a potential reason for passing out. What if I get really anxious and I pass out, like I faint, right? And I get really anxious and or you see somebody that's really just amazing and my heart just goes thumpity thump and then I pass out? Well, that's generally because that heart rate is up too high and you're not getting quite enough blood up to the brain, and so therefore you're passing out. Virtual reality medic, I used to be in the military. Don't lock our knees when we stand at attention. That's absolutely right. The reason being is the blood flow coming back to the atria here. Well, it gets impeded. There's less blood flow. You lose about 20 to 30% of that blood return to the heart. And when that happens, okay? And if you've seen it happen, it can be pretty darn scary. Now, the good news is in most of those cases, once those people are laying flat, they kind of come back around, and that's great. But again, any type of passing out like that, got to go see the doctor. That's why I'm in an ER right here, because, if we're talking about, we should probably come into the emergency room and get checked out. So, great question. Absolutely wonderful question. Hey, please keep sending them in. I want more. Send me some more things. Send me the things that you would like to learn on this TikTok channel. And we're almost at 1,000 viewers or followers. So keep that up, though. Get like and share and all that kind of good stuff. And then coming very soon, Instagram, Facebook. We're going to have a YouTube channel. All of that kind of great stuff coming up really soon. Make sure that you're telling everybody you know. Go see the virtual reality medic and ask him questions. He loves answering questions, so ask him questions. And I'm kind of looking into how to do a live, right? So you'd be able to ask me direct questions, and I'd be able to answer them for you right here in virtual reality. So look out for those things coming up. A lot of great stuff coming. Thank you so much. Like, share, all that kind of stuff that you got to do. Make sure, double tap right there on the heart. Do your screen right there on the heart, because I think that gives me another heart over here, and that would help. All right, well, thank you so much, and hey, the virtual reality medic is back. Great to see you all again, and I'll see you soon. Got another one coming up soon. Man, I'll tell you what. I absolutely love talking about the heart. Man, I wonder if they can tell. I could probably wear this as a hat, couldn't I? Oh, cool. Nice.